It has been a historic month in the sports world. First, NFL player Carl Nassib would publicly come out, becoming the first openly gay player in the league. And then Luke Prokop would follow suit. He's the first player under NHL contract to come out. Both players saying they were just tired of hiding who they were. We spoke to hockey player turned activist Brock McGillis about a very eventful month for the LGBTQ plus community.
In the span of about a month, what a time for the LGBTQ plus community. First, Carl Nassib comes out. Now, Luke Prokop. What a time in history. What is going through your head right now? What are you feeling?
I'm fortunate. I've gotten to know Luke over the past month and formed a friendship with him and shared my experiences in this. But when Carl came out, the first thing that went through my mind and the first thing that I thought of when people would ask me this was, I'm just so relieved. I'm relieved for them as individuals. You never have to go into the locker room wondering who knows and who doesn't, who's whispering about you. I know that feeling and that sense of relief that you can finally just be yourself.
Brock, why is it that accepting your sexuality also meant giving up your identity as a hockey player? Because it seems like all across the board, that seems to be, the two identities, the impossible of having them unified together as a hockey player.
Yeah, I think it's specific to the men's side of the sport. The men's side of team sport is very hypermasculine and macho, and there's stereotypes of what a gay man is. Then on top of that, you look at hockey, and it's so insular. You're isolated off an arena. You're broken up by talent and age. And then you're influenced by coaches who come from the culture. One of the kids I coached against when he was in minor hockey, and I wasn't out at that point, and his coaches in bantam hockey would tell the kids that the other coach is gay and would use it as a negative and talk about me before I was even out. And that's the culture. So now if you're doing that with children, and that's, the influencers are doing that, then the kids start doing it, and then it's reinforced generation after generation. It's not a safe space to be gay. You can't be gay and be in that locker room. It's hell.
You sort of talked about how freeing it was when you talked about Luke Prokop. His first game on the ice after coming out, he feels like it's going to be his best ever. So I'm just wondering for you if there's any truth in that statement.
I'm so envious of Luke, and I've told him, and I've said it all day today, that, I wish I would have come out when I was 15, and that I could have, done the work to deal with the trauma that comes with it. All that internalized struggle at a younger age. I was from 17 to 23, I drank every single day. I tried to take my life on more occasions than I can think of. I was incredibly depressed. I cried every night. I struggled immensely, and I was still on NHL draft lists, and all that energy I was using and wasting on my, sexuality then was taken away from my ability to play the game.
The overwhelming message here is that they all look forward to the day where these announcements will no longer be a big deal. For City News, I'm Sportsnet 650's Caroline Frolick.